everyone! Welcome to Practically Writing with me, Author Goddess, aka Sarah Berman. And today we are going to be doing our third quarter goals. Oh my gosh! Okay, so first I'm going to explain why it's been a minute. Conduit. That's why it's been a minute. Conduit was a massive success. And because of that, there was a lot of scheduling to do, and guess what I was in charge of? So, all of those scheduling things that ended up being, it wasn't like last minute, but like the last month of the planning was very intensive in the scheduling department. And we had like 70 participants in terms of people actually doing panels. And there were like almost 60 panels in total, and all of that needed scheduled, plus other things that were kind of tertiary to the panels needed scheduled, and interacting with people, sending out notifications, all of that. And I knew that it was coming, so I essentially gave myself June to just like I had no priorities other than Conduit in June. Anything else I accomplished during that month was literally icing on the cake. So Conduit was a raving success, and because of it, I barely managed to get anything done through the entire month of June other than Conduit. I think it was a good thing. I had a lot of fun with it, and I think everybody else had a lot of fun too, from what I can tell. So that's why there were no vlogs posted in June, because I was dead. Okay, DED, dead. But anyways, survived, thrived, and moving on. So now we have our goals for going forward. Now, mind you, we are in the middle right now of the second Tourney of Tales for the year, Camp Nano, which World Anvil Summer Camp. I mean, the whole thing has not slowed down. Let's just say that. I actually took the last couple of weeks and looked really hard at my priorities so that I could approach this from a place of actual knowledge, not just, randomly doing stuff. Now that you know where I'm at and where I've come from, let's get down to it. Let's see how I did with my second quarter goals. I don't think I did very well. I'm going to be honest. There was a lot going on, and my priorities were all over the place. Like, it literally depended on the day as to what I was planning on doing and what was most important. And it was just a whole hot mess. So I don't have a high level of confidence that I succeeded, but that's okay, because it did encourage me to reassess my priorities and therefore move on. Number one, vlog once a month. On average, I did actually vlog once a month, but I did not vlog for the entire month of June, so no but yes, or yes but no. I guess it's kind of a technicality that I would say yes, so I'm going to have to go with a half point for that. Number two, newsletters. I actually did manage to get that done. Woohoo for me. Three is posting on social media and Patreon. This did not take off in my brain or in action the way that I hoped it would. It was more than I had done before, but less than I had hoped for. I'm going to have to go with another half point on that. Number four, stream twice a week. The week before Conduit, I did not stream at all. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I streamed the week after Conduit either, because I was hardcore recovering. I mean, hardcore. So I'm going to have to say no on that. But I mean, for the most part, I actually have kept my stream schedule up. So, number five, edits. Multiple bites for various reasons, nothing has actually come through. And a lot of it has to do with, there are people who are like, I think I'm ready to edit. I want to, get on the list. And I'm like, okay. And then they decide they need to do a complete rewrite. So they're kind of like in this semi permanent pending state while they do that. Edits have not been happening. The goal, however, was to get the edits done, and since I didn't receive any edits, one could say that I did complete all of the edits I received because I didn't get them, but at the same time, didn't actually do any work, so whatever. So I'm going to say no on that, but again, with a caveat. Number 6 was get through Tourney of Tales April, which I did, obviously, because I'm here. Hi, how you doing? Made it through. I didn't actually even have a goal for that, just to participate. So, hey, participated. Number 7, Conduit. Did it. Survived. It was a success. So, yay for that. And number 8, Crystal Wise. Now, here's the thing. I published Crystal Wise as a Patreon extra. I will probably be releasing it eventually onto something else, but for now it's on Patreon, so woot! So I did actually get it all rewritten, edited, formatted, and technically published. Number 9, Breaking Bread. Okay, so this one I'm going to say is a no because I am actually still in the midst of editing it and I really actually haven't gotten very far on it. It's going to be one of those where it feels very daunting to do it. And because of my schedule, I really haven't had a lot of extra spoons to give to Breaking Bread. So it's just kind of fallen down. It's fallen through the cracks. I am falling behind on it. All right, so that's a no. Number 10. Actually, I'm going to combine this with 11. This is For Your Hand, a short story for submission, and the fanfic short story. And for varying reasons, I did not finish either one of those. And for varying reasons, I do not intend to. You know how sometimes you feel like you're the only one really driving a thing? And it just becomes so exhausting being the one driving the thing. It no longer feels like a thing worth driving. That's kind of where I am with several different things. So I'm just kind of like stepping back, and I guess I'm making the conscious choice to not be the only one excited about things. I'm just not gonna be the one beating my head against a wall. There's a certain amount of effort that I will continue to do, but I'm not dragging people uphill with me just because they don't want to walk uphill. I'm going to focus more on my participation in things and whether I want to participate in things, not whether or not other people are participating in things. And if other people don't want to participate in things, then not my problem. So we say no to both of those. Number 12 is Switchblade Tattoo. It is a very dark story with a very dark premise and a very dark resolution. But I love it. I love it so much. Oh my gosh. I love the concept of it. I love the attitude of it. I love it's a very punk based, actual punk. Damn the man, flipping off people, that kind of punk. It has that feel to it, and it's just that's the kind of energy I feel like I need in my life, where I'm not focusing so much on what other people think of me and think about what is right for me. This is my flaw. I own this flaw. This is my flaw. I will bend over backwards for other people, for their benefit, for their happiness, for just their good graces, like even their good opinions. I will bend over backwards for people, and I know this, and I struggle with it. It's okay in moderation, but I end up falling into a lot of toxicity in my relationships because of it, trying to walk that line between not being a douche and maintaining my own individuality. If you know, you know. I will literally put anyone else first. Really embracing that punk energy helps me maintain my boundaries. Switchblade Tattoo is that near and dear to my heart short story. I've been struggling a lot because it is so dark. I'm not really sure how people will take it. That was the struggle. So I published it on Vella. That's right. If you happen to be on Vella, you can check out Switchblade Tattoo. I think there are 4 or 5 chapters that are currently published at this time, and I have it set to release once a week. You can check it out on Vella, love it, hate it, leave me reviews, etc. But it is, in fact, edited, formatted, and published. So that's a winny win for me. Number 13. Update Coffee, or Ko-Fi as some people call it. I did not do that. it dropped out of sight, and it dropped out of mind, and because of all the other stuff going on, I just kind of spaced it the whole quarter. But I will go ahead and transfer that onto this upcoming set of goals because it is something I need to do. And number 14 was my personal goal that y'all didn't get to hear about because it's personal. I did, in fact, accomplish my personal goal. Okay, out of 14, I got 7. That's a 50%. I knew I wasn't doing great, but wow, that was harsh. Ugh. The things that I did do knocked it out of the park. The things I didn't do, a lot of it was. I'm going to try to not be very hard on myself, because after all, progress is progress, right? New quarter, new goals, new me. Let's go. My goals for the third quarter of 2022. Number 1, vlog once a month. Naturally, there's a lot of content out there, and every single one of you who watches any one of my videos is just one more happy thought in my day. Thank you. I will always strive to do better. Thank you. I mean, I know you're not supposed to validate yourself externally, but when you spend a lot of time throwing things into the void, every now and again the void throws back a thumbs up, and that makes it worth it. Number 2, newsletters. Newsletters are literally where you can find the events that I'm doing, classes that I'm doing, giveaways that I'm doing, all sorts of things. It's where you can keep up with me on a monthly basis, and all of those little things that, maybe don't spring immediately to mind, and, kind of dig into what's coming up and why I do things, and there's always just a little tidbit about me on a personal level and my fam, because, the fam is great. Everything else is way more interactive. I get that. Everything else is a lot more fun. I get that. I'm funny. I know this. And enough about my looks. I know, old joke. But newsletters are the most consistent, and bonus points. They do not depend on the platform, So if, for some reason YouTube crashed and burned, you wouldn't get my vlogs, but I could send you videos through email of me being goofy because I'm a weirdo. Okay, number 3. Increase postings and interactions on social media and Patreon. I am really feeling the urge to get back into a lot of various social medias and possibly explore more social medias. Leave comments in the comment section as to what social media you would like to see me play with more. Number 4, stream. One of the more consistent things that I have done in the last few years is Twitch streaming. Still not entirely happy with my schedule, and I don't know, like, I'm not entirely certain why. I don't know. That's one of those things that I'm going to delve into as I continue with my streaming obligation. Yeah, so I'm going to stream. I am not putting a firm number down on that because if it is burnout, then I want to give myself one less reason to pressure myself to keep doing it, even if it is burning me out. You know how that is. I need to be able to use the magic word, and the magic word is no, because I do feel really, really obligated to do things. Okay, number 5, promo my editing services. And this is one of those things that I am going to be posting more on social media in order to do that. I have editing services. I actually have proofreading editing services and a developmental editing service level where I delve more into how things fit together and stuff like that. Yes, I know it's only 2 levels and there are way more forms of editing than that, but the thing is, you tend to get all of those things from me. Like if I'm doing the top level, then you're getting proofreading, you're getting line editing, you're getting content editing, you're getting developmental edits. That's how I work because quite frankly, I can't shut it off. I just do all of it and it becomes very hard for me to differentiate because essentially I don't sit there and go, okay, I'm going to look for misspellings. What I do is I read the thing and go, that's wrong, and that's wrong, and that's wrong. Is it wrong because it's misspelled? That one is. Is this one wrong because it's misspelled? No, that's a punctuation error. Why is this one wrong? Well, it's an inconsistency based on the rest of the book. You know, that is how I process it. So you get, uh, I'm not getting too much into what things are happening, and you get the whole shebang. So that's how that works. It's actually a heck of a deal if you think about it. But the other thing that I am doing is my writing coaching services. And that means that you get to pick my brain, use me as a sounding board, get suggestions. I will brainstorm with you. I will help you plot out things. Whatever you need in your writing journey, I will help you with it. And it is an hourly service, so you can do whatever you want with that time. Um, we can talk about how hard it is to be an author. We can talk about how expensive marketing is. We can talk about lots of different things. We can talk about the problems. We can talk about solutions because I have so many things that I just know about. I am the Tyrion Lannister of writing. I drink and I know things. That is what I do. For a pretty low price, you can use all of this craziness as much as you want. I swear that's a positive for you. It kind of sounds vaguely threatening. Careful. Number 6, coffee. Yep, there it is. That thing that I completely dropped. Right there. Found it. Got it. There it is again. Yes, I'm going to be out updating my coffee. That functions as my tip jar. I see a lot of people doing consignment work, and it wouldn't be the first time I've written a story for somebody. So I might put up like, hey, you can actually buy a short story from me written for you specifically to what you want. I can do that. So I need to explore coffee more and update it to what I find and what I want. Number 7, edit Breaking Bread. I don't think I need to detail that out. I need to make sure that it's a priority, so I will be putting it on my priority to-do lists. Number 8, World Anvil articles. 2 a month, okay? 2 a month. 2 World Anvil articles a month. Since I use World Anvil for my book Bibles and also a kind of wiki for my worlds, I think 2 a month is fine. Um, I can do more than that. If I have the extra time or I get a bug up my behind or, whatever, I can do more. But if I do 2 a month, then I get to flesh out these worlds so you, the readers, can go, hey, I want to learn more about this aspect of the story. What does Sarah have in terms of this in the wiki? You know, all good series have a wiki, right? Yeah. 9, finish thread reader. So I went back and forth a lot on this. This month, I'm actually focusing on world building out Symbiopolis, which is the world for the Queen's Descent. At the same time, I've put Threadreader as a priority many, many times and not actually finished it, and I desperately do want to finish it. Number 10, submissions. Because of last month, I completely dropped submissions off of my priority list, and I'm going to put it back on. 11 is a secret. It is a secret project that I am planning in conjunction with a one of the regular events that I do, and I can't tell anyone about it because it's a secret. Number 12 is a personal goal. No, you don't get to know about it, but number 13 is also a personal goal. One is a distinct achievement, and the second is a regular thing that I need to keep prioritizing. 2 personal goals and a secret goal. I know that's a lot that you don't get to know about because, I mean, I try to be really, really open with y'all, but there are just some things that, no, I'm not telling anybody about. So, as you can tell, there has been a lot of self reflection going on with me. I'm working really hard to do probably one of the hardest things that I have ever done in my life, which is to prioritize myself and my needs and my career. And that is not something that I do naturally. Before this turns into a trauma dump, why don't you tell me what you're doing? Because you know how I love to talk about goals, okay? I love helping people with their goals. I love helping people prioritize their goals. I'm just really crappy at doing it for myself. Make sure you leave your goals down in the comment. Let me know what you're working on and how I can help you get those done. Feel free to jump into any one of my streams, and by gosh, if you happen to jump into one of my streams and you're into writing, I will hook you up with a whole ton of other things that you can work on, the other streams that you can go to, etc., etc., because the Twitch writer community is growing rapidly. I mean, we don't have the numbers of the gamers yet, or even the reactors, or anything like that, but we are no longer just a blip on the radar. Let me tell you. I'm going to get serious with you for a second. There has been a lot of things going on in the world that are hella hard. I hope that everybody has the supports that they need. And if you don't, please reach out. Please reach out. I will listen. Uh, I, I, I will listen because I know, I know how important it is just to have somebody who will listen. Pain is easier to bear when it is shared. Share your vulnerability. That is a struggle, and it is a struggle I understand very well. So, sorry I'm not doing like the goofy outtakes right now, but I feel like there are so many things going on that people are losing their connections. And this is, we live in a world where connection should be so much more, so much better, so much more intertwined. And instead, we find ourselves isolating more and more into these little pockets. Share, be vulnerable, be strong in your vulnerability. Because a weak person puts up walls, a strong person faces the world without walls. Most of us just strive for something in between. Connect with each other, love each other. And I don't mean like, ooh, gushy love. No, I mean, love each other like siblings. But half the time, you don't like your siblings, but you love them, you know. And I feel this way very strongly about my own sibling. Um, as far as I'm concerned, I will kick his butt, but nobody else better kick his butt. Like, I'm the only one who gets to beat him up for being a dick. Nobody else gets to do that. So, that's what I mean. Like, except for the beating up part. Don't beat each other up. But love each other in the sense that you will support each other, not because you agree with everything that they do, but because people just need support. People need to know that they are cared about, even if they do the wrong things. A lot of the times people do the wrong things for the right reasons, and a lot of times people do the right things for the wrong reasons. And life is complicated, and we each have our own boundaries. So do not ignore your boundaries. If you have a boundary, don't let people step over that. But approach people with that level of love, that level of, I may not like you, but you're still a person. I mean, is there really much more we can expect out of each other? We don't have to like each other, but we do have to get along. Sometimes that just means acknowledging that you don't like them, but that doesn't mean they deserve death. You don't like them, but that doesn't mean they deserve to be in pain. You don't agree with them, but that doesn't mean they deserve to be hurt. Except for Nazis. There's my boundary right there. Oh my God, Becky. Look at her trauma. It is just so big. And it's just like out there. It's like one of those neurodivergencies. Yes, yes. Neurodivergency right here. We all get to be our own unique selves. And neurodivergent just means that my uniqueness is a little more obvious. Many blessings to everyone in your writing journey, many blessings to everyone in your living journey, and may the words be ever in your favor. Progress is progress, and we all enjoy a little entertainment. DED, dead. I was done. Stick a fork in me. I am done. End of story. Peace out. Deuces. Freak out. Le freak. C'est chic. Freak out. Not my circus, not my monkeys. You do you, I do me. That's how it works. Am I being unreasonable? I could be unreasonable. I could be unreasonable. You just watch me. Check it, check it, check it. I like to play. I like to move it, move it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Just stop. I'd like to buy the world a Coke. You know what I'd rather buy? I'd rather buy the world a tea. I'd like to buy the world some tea, 'cause everyone drinks that. Holy crapoly. Gosh, I just kind of vomited emotionally all over the place, didn't I? Bleh. Now I sound like a camel. Bleh. Or a really, really bad behaved vampire. Bleh. Like, rude vampire. Bleh. Rude vampire is a camel. Bleh. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. There's this. This one's been around for a while, but I saw somebody do one that I'm gonna try and do it. If I flip you off on accident, I'm sorry, but okay, it was there we go. That's all for this one, but you can see more by clicking on the videos here. Like this video and subscribe to get even more great content. Don't forget to ring the bell so you can get notified whenever I upload a new and awesome video. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and more. Just check out the links in the description. Make sure you also check out the Rune Spells series and my 99-cent short stories. You can get all of that free by becoming a patron and supporting me on Patreon. Stay safe and keep writing!